well defended by Smith. Kamaran Smith is all over him defensively, not in a pass.
I've been searching for some peace of mind. They can take everything but my peace of mind and my fucking pride, and that's the reason I stand here 10 toes down, middle finger in the air while I'm blowing the loud. Never gave a fuck then and I sure don't now. So just you motherfuckers move around so I can cool around with my niggas. Move around in my city.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to another episode of Raw Dawgin. I'm your host SeanWins, and today we got a really special guest, Mr. Huzzie.
Nice to meet y'all. Thank you for having me today, Sean.
Hey, I'm glad you're here, man.
Appreciate it.
Alright, so first off, I wanted to say thank you for making it here, because truth be told, again, you one of my favorite people, bro.
No, for sure. Vice versa, bro.
And I haven't seen you. I actually haven't. No, I've seen you over the years, but I actually haven't had to sit down and talk with you in like 6 years.
Yeah, been a minute.
Yeah. So welcome.
Appreciate it.
So first things first, I want to congratulate you on a great college career.
Oh, no, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, you did a lot of great things. We seen you on ESPN, and it was cool because I had seen people like, so when ESPN shared it like one-handed catch and whatnot, I had seen people that didn't even know you, that didn't go to school with us. I saw them liking that video, and they're just like, yo, that man did that.
Yeah, it was kind of ironic for real, like for that to be in my first TD2 and to be on Sports Center that same night, it was kind of crazy. So
yeah, congratulations,
appreciate it, man.
And so unfortunately, I know you weren't able to, finish your last year. So do you have any regrets?
That's a good question, because I got asked that like prior to like within the season, just because how everything was going on, stuff like that. But do I have any regrets? It's certain stuff I rethink about all the time, but everything happens for a reason. You know what I'm saying? My decisions were made because I had conversation with God Himself. So I no regrets at all. So. But it's just certain situations I wish I could redo sometimes. But like regrets wise, nah, no regrets.
That's good, man. Yeah. That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
And so I know, let's see, you're in college for
2018 to 20 this last semester.
All right, so almost 5 years, right? About 5 years.
Yeah.
So this question, it can be football. So I'm sure in the past 5 years, you spent a lot of time in college. You had a lot of good experiences. So what is your favorite college experience overall?
Just probably just meeting new people that I got up there, especially coming out of my shell, really. Like, as you know, high school, high school, people thought I was, they considered me popular, but like my circle was still kind of small.
Yeah.
I talked to people who I was really cool with or whatever. So like when I got up there my freshman year, I probably didn't only talk, it was really me and my roommate. I was really cool with people in my class that I came in there with, but like as I got older and stuff like that, I came out of my shell a little bit, meeting other people around the city and stuff like that. So that's one big thing I met. Just the fan base of Johnson City and East Tennessee was pretty cool, having like interact with fans on Twitter and stuff like that. I thought that's pretty cool prior. But my favorite moment though, while I was up there, probably like the kids looking up to me and stuff like that, cause like I never really had nobody to look up to, like famous-wise. Well, no, I'm not gonna say famous-wise, like football-wise, somebody I can like see all the time. Just having like
in person.
Yeah, in person, yeah. So like seeing like kids writing mail to me, talk to kids after the game, asking for autographs and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty cool. So that's probably my favorite moment ever.
Well, that's good, man. Yeah. I love to hear that. And as a matter of fact, you were inspiring kids before you even got to college. Like I remember, we had a lot of teammates. They had little brothers. I remember seeing them take pictures of you. Yeah. But specifically, there was that one kid, that one white kid.
Jackson.
Jackson. Yeah. And so I remember he went to your basketball games. He went to your football games. So I mean, it looked like he almost wanted to like be like you. Yeah. So you always set a good role model for these kids.
That was real good. Yeah. I think the thing was about that is like Duluth. I think everybody knows everybody in Duluth. So like for you to for me to go to another city, to a whole nother city, whole nother state and stuff like that, like sometimes you miss the love that you had back in your hometown. So that was one of the reasons I was like, how am I gonna leave my impact at ETSU like I did at Duluth?
Yeah.
And I think I did a pretty good job, really.
Absolutely. And I'm not gonna lie, I was supposed to do one thing before you got here. It was supposed to look at like the all-time like leading stats, try to see where you're ranked. But when it comes to, I think it was receiving yards, you're up there, aren't you?
Yeah, I think I'm top 3. I'm top 3 in yards, top 2 in receiving catches, and I think top 5 in receiving TDs or top 3, one of them.
Okay.
So like, even though I didn't get to where I wanted to get, like obviously the #1 spots, but I mean, I'm pretty proud of myself where I
Absolutely.
got where I ended up at, cause just coming from like at one point I didn't even think I was gonna actually stay at ETSU. Like after the championship season or the year after that, you know, I thought about hitting the portal after my redshirt freshman year because of the playing time I was getting. So it just shows that like I just kept my head down. I kept on praying about it, things and stuff, and obviously you see God had a plans for me, and I think I came up on top, in my opinion.
So who helped you, you know, make that decision to just push through it and stay?
My mother, really. My mom.
Miss Terry?
Miss Terry. My mom.
Shout out to her.
Yeah. You know, my mom been there since I came into this world. You know, I can hit her up about anything. So like that, cause she's seen it in my face really. Cause that freshman year I got redshirted. Then the sophomore year I came back. You know, it's the first year you get to actually play and stuff. So like the first 4 or 5 games I really wasn't even playing for us. I already had talked to my mom like, if I don't play, get no burn this rest of the season, I might transfer. And this is before the transfer portal was even made, so it's gonna be it's gonna be difficult than it is. It's way much, as you can see now, it's way much easier now. But like, so my mom was like, well, just fight it out, just wait through them, talk about it at the end of the season, let's just see what happens and stuff like that. And then, you know, one of my teammates had went down the week before I got some burns, the week before I started the chat game. So the following week we played chat. I started. I think I did a pretty good job. That's when the Sports Center stuff happened and stuff like that. And ever since that day, I ain't looked back since.
Yeah, no, I mean, you've been killing it. And honestly, it's from someone from Duluth, right? So like we've had a great amount of athletes here in Duluth. Sure. I mean, Duluth itself, sucks to say, football wise, we're not really winning, but we definitely had athletes.
Oh yeah.
And so not only because like how well you performed here while you're in Duluth, but just you as a person, like you got so much love from everybody here, and you still do. And so you are definitely one of the guys I followed, you know, after high school, and I really wanted to make sure you succeeded. And I'm glad you stuck through it, because we went through we had a lot of guys that ended up earning scholarships and whatnot. And let's just say we thought they would go further than they did, you know. And because of life, you know, no one wants to continue waking up early in the morning, go to the workouts and whatnot. They stopped, but you stuck through it for 5 years. So shout out to you for that, and also shout out to Miss Terry for that.
For sure.
All right, so we talked about your favorite college experience overall. Is there a favorite moment from football specifically? The championship, maybe?
The championship year is up there when we put on our conference. Just because if you've been to Duluth, when I was in high school, when me and Sean was in high school, you seen what we went through. Just only winning 2 or 3 games each year and stuff like that. So just for me to to win a championship like that, coming from where I came from high school to that was just like, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Then being on Sports Center multiple times, I thought that was cool too.
Yeah. And speaking about where we come from, our record and everything, I honestly thought, you know, because all of our little league teams for Duluth, we were nice.
Yeah.
A team, B team, whatever you want to call it. The class before us, our class. And so I really thought we were going to be the change.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have been, but you know, it is what it is. We're actually getting a degree.
Man, thank you, man.
Yeah. I mean, how important was that to you?
That was very important to me, honestly. My mom, like everything goes back to my mom. She was like, she really didn't worry about football for real. I mean, she cared about it for real, but her main goal was like, I made sure I got my degree while I was there. Right. You know, everything's all, you know, football is all good in that. But like one day, obviously it's going to end someday, but I have my degree I could fall back on. So I'm so glad I ended up getting my degree. So
yeah, congratulations to you.
Man, thank you.
Yeah. What did you get a degree in?
Kinesiology.
For real?
Yeah, bro.
No, that's what's up.
Yeah, but my first major was psychology.
Yeah.
Then I came home for break, and me and my stepmother were talking and stuff. She was just like, 'cause my stepmother, she's in the medical field too, like for her job and stuff. So she's like, why don't you just do exercise science or something like that? You can still be with sports and stuff like that. So I just thought about it, and I ended up switching. Like I think I switched my sophomore year. I ended up switching my degree and my major, and I enjoyed it since.
Honestly, that was kind of motivating right there, because I had went to school for exercise science first at GGC, or Georgia Native College, and then which is in the same field as like kinesiology, right? So I was there for like 2.5 years, and truth be told, I never wanted to be in school. Like the only reason why I wanted to be in school was if I played ball, and obviously that never happened. So after 2.5 years, COVID came. It was a perfect reason to drop out.
For sure.
And so I'm actually in the medical field now. So all my coworkers always telling me to go back to school. They've been telling me that for the past 2 years. And so I actually finally made a decision to go back probably like sometime later this year or early on next year. So again, you're just another one of those signs that just keep coming to me, like when it comes to like.
Man, congrats on you going back to school, because you know some people, they use that like COVID. When COVID happened, they just stopped going to school. I mean, I'm not knocking or nothing. You know what I'm saying? You don't need college to be successful, obviously, but you know some people just use that and decide not to go back. So I'm just, man, congrats on just making a decision of you going back though.
I appreciate it. Yeah. All right, man. So actually, while you were here, before I forget, so I remember one thing about you from high school. You still like pop rocks?
Love pop rocks.
Is that? And look, this might be a little ignorant.
I love pop rocks.
Because the store I went to, I could not find pop rocks. I didn't choose this flavor. It's the only flavor they had. I got.
Oh yeah, this is it right here.
It's the.
It's
the
Kool-Aid flavor. I'm talking about right there. Oh, that boy got a Kool-Aid pack. Okay then.
So the thing was, when I had seen this Kool-Aid, I said, "Oh man, I better not get shit for getting him Kool-Aid."
Bro, this the one. This for sure the one.
All right, so you've actually eaten it before. You liked it?
Oh yeah.
Okay, all right, cool.
I had one of my advisors, Miss Katie. Shout out to Miss Katie. She used to give me pot rocks. Like she would buy me a bunch of pot rocks before every game, and then like she ended up leaving to go to Tulane and stuff. But she was she worked at Tulane now. She academic advisor at Tulane now. But she would still send me like care packages, a bunch of the Kool-Aid ones. At first, I'm just like, I ain't gonna lie, I thought she'd send me like the Kool-Aid pack. I'm like, what is you doing? Then I read the bag and stuff like that. But I like these for sure.
All right, well.
Oh cool yeah, beans. You can clutch. Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. So I had some backup. I had some backup ones just in case that was not the one. But I'm not gonna lie. The next one was mad ignorant too.
What?
It's watermelon flavored Sour Patch Kids.
Bro, I ain't knocking nothing.
But at the same time, man, you can have all these because I only eat candy like rarely.
I rarely eat candy.
In case that one wasn't the one. Here you go, bro.
Come on, man.
That's
appreciate
all
it, brother. Man, appreciate that, brother. Oh
yeah, for sure.
I'm eating this candy right now.
All right, go ahead. So you have no problem like mentioning Duluth ever. But it's because you know, first of all, this is actually one of my pet peeves, and I really hate it when people always try to create like a sob story for themselves, or they're just or they always try to claim like a rougher city.
Bruh. Who you telling, bro? I know exactly what you talking about, bro.
And so that's what I'm saying. So the thing is, like, I feel like, okay, so Duluth is a nice town. It really is a nice town. Like when it comes to everything, when it comes to, you know, I feel like I don't even gotta list it. But so the thing is, this is where this question was going to. So when people ask you where you're from, what do you tell them? Because I mean, you did grow up in like multiple areas of town, but what do you tell them?
I tell them Gwinnett County, and then they be like, oh, and then they usually be like, what high school you go to? I'll be like, I went to Duluth. They're like, they still don't know what that means. I'll be like, all right. So I'll be like, we're 20 minutes north of Atlanta. And stuff like that. And then I'll be like, if they want to go in detail and stuff like that, I'll be like, well, I was born in Atlanta, Northside Hospital. Then me, my mom, my sister, we stayed in Doraville in DeKalb County for like till I was like 6, I think. Yeah, to 6. And then we moved into with my grandparents in Duluth, and I've been in Duluth ever since. And then, but people be asking like, all right, so how you know people in Lagrange? Cause like sometimes
Yeah.
like people be going through my Instagram, they see I be following people from Lagrange and stuff like that. So when I was younger and stuff like that, you know, anytime it was a summer break, winter break, spring break, or whatever, I would go down to Lagrange with my grandma, stay with my grandma, rest her soul, Miss Grace. Cause my dad, during this time, he was moving around the states with Houston, I think Kansas City and stuff like that, because of his job at the time. So the only way I got to see my other side of my family, my dad's side, was staying with my grandma. So like anytime I had a winter break, summer break, spring break, I would go down to Lagrange. And while I was down there, I used to be with my big cousin Blake and stuff like that. You know, when you're the youngest kid out the group, you want to be around the older guys and stuff like that. Because my cousin Wade, he older than me. So anytime, wherever he went, I was with him too. So that's how I met people around Lagrange and stuff like that. So
yeah, so you had family in Lagrange.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I was always confused where you're from. Because I mean, obviously, I went to school with you here in Duluth, but at the same time, I remember me and you talked, and I found out that you grew up in Doraville too. And so for me, that was kind of rare, you know, especially from people in Duluth. No one in Duluth knew where Doraville was, but
you know what's ironic though? I met Adam in Doraville.
Oh yeah, y'all play ball.
We played ball together, and Ferg, Jordan Ferguson. Yeah. I met him in Doraville too. So there's like a lot of people that I know in Gwinnett. I met them in DeKalb first.
Right.
It just usually, you know, Gwinnett being a better school system. Usually when you go to DeKalb, you want a better school and you move to Gwinnett. And some of the people that I know in Gwinnett also met them in Doraville. So.
No, absolutely. No, I get it. Because like again, I grew up in Doraville. Cause my mom's owned a business there for over 29 years now.
Oh, that's a blessing.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. So I was always there on the weekends. Sometimes I was there throughout the week. You know, single mother, so I just kind of got to follow her wherever she goes. And you're definitely right about that school part, because I was always wondering why my mom, like, she always made that drive from Gwinnett to Doraville, DeKalb. And you know, that was a good point. You know, the school system and everything there. Not to knock any school over there.
Oh no, but just.
But we know what it is. Like, you know, we know what it's like we see what schools are like in the inner city, and Doraville is just right outside the city.
Right outside,
so, yeah. I mean, it's different, but there's similarities. Yeah.
I also met Brendan in Doraville too.
Brendan in Doraville.
I played against him, but we wasn't, you know, how he is now.
Yeah.
Like me and Brendan didn't get close to middle school.
When
we was on the basketball team. That's when we got cool and close. I think high school. When we hit high school for that's when we got close, real close. So yeah, shout out to my boy B too.
Yeah, shout out to Brandon, man. He's cool people, and he's doing his thing with
My boy just got a modeling deal too. He just signed to a model agency. Shout out to my boy Brandon.
What was it? Wasn't like what was it, the Moolah Baby thing?
No. He got like an actual He's just signed to an agency. That Moolah thing, I think that's his folks brand. So, but he just got signed to an agency.
Hey, shout out to you, Brandon.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Brandon.
Yeah, and also he's doing the talks with.
Oh yeah, he got talks. He was it love coach, life coach?
Yeah, dating coach. Yeah, dating coach. Yeah, he's really putting people on game.
Yeah.
Truth be told, though, I mean, half of that shit will not work for me, right? So let me put it this way. Brandon he's like you. He's tall.
Yeah, he like 6'1".
He's tall. He's good looking, and he's a model, right? Look, when you like 5'3", 5'4", you gotta do some other things. You gotta take a extra step. Not like, no pun intended, but I mean that's the truth. Like, we gotta go above and beyond. We gotta smell nice. We gotta be good. We gotta be extra funny, whatever. I mean that's just how I look at it, but. I mean, it is what it is, you know. Just don't force it, though, short guys. Just don't force it.
Please don't. That goes for tall guys, too. Y'all be trying to force things on girls and stuff, thinking that they like it. Do not do that, please.
So, how are you with the ladies?
Go in detail what you mean. Like, how I act around them? Or how I get them?
I'm trying to word this correctly. I'm not trying to get you in trouble.
No, you ain't gonna get me in trouble. Go ahead.
Because I also know you grew up in a household full of women.
Full of women.
You had your grandmother, you had your mom, you had your sister. I know you've had plenty of other women.
My grandma, my auntie, my sister. And then it was just me, my cousin, my grandpa in the household. Yeah. But then my dad's side of the family, then all my cousins are girls.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So my question is, when it comes to these ladies, do they get what's their initial, I guess, thought of you?
That I'm a player.
That you're a player? Are you?
No comment.
That's what I'm saying.
I ain't gonna lie, like girls, like they be telling me that stuff. Like once you hear it so many times, I just embraced it. So I'm gonna say I'm a player. I guess so. You know what I'm saying? My stepmom think I'm a player.
Yeah.
So
Now have you always been like this? Or someone changed you, right?
Me and Justice and Jada has this conversation all the time. And
yeah.
Shout out to Jada and Justice. They're like my sisters to me.
Yeah,
but we had this conversation all the time. It was one time, like, she was like, I had went through a breakup high school. But like in high school, after high school, she was just like, they were like, well, you just can't let that mess up what you got going on with other girls, blase,
like,
stuff like that.
Life.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I understood, yeah. But then like I had got into like 2 more relationships after that. And they still went trash. South, huh? They still went south or whatever.
I get it. Now, I feel like I don't think it necessarily has to be heartbreaking that way, but I definitely think all guys kind of have to go through that to
look, you rather go through that early. I'm glad I went through them early, like my teens and early 20s, than I do it later on. Cause like now you see stories now, like I seen on Twitter the other day, like some girl got killed because husband walked in, seen her cheating or whatever. So like, I think like as you get older, like and stuff happen like that to you, that like messes up your mental.
Absolutely.
Especially you're locked in with that woman, you married, it's not no boyfriend, girlfriend. So that like really messes with your mental. So I rather go through it now, like while I'm young and stuff, than later on. So.
Absolutely. Again, like I said, I think every person has to go through that.
At least once.
Yeah.
At least once.
So I've had my fair share.
Yeah.
And so that's why even if I was in a talking phase or in a relationship right now, I'm always keep on the low.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Keep that joint on the low till you know it's
until you know it's real.
It's real and you're for sure locked in. Like it's official girlfriend, boyfriend.
Yeah, no, I'm heavy on that. Yeah. So that being said, I mean, do you believe in marriage?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that hasn't affected like the bigger picture.
Oh no, yeah. Of course, down the line I want to get married.
Absolutely.
I mean, my mom. I just not in no rush. I think I ain't in a rush because my parents found my step parents late. They got them married. Like my dad got married 2017 at 46, and my mom just got married like during 2021.
Yeah.
With my stepdad, so they're at 48.
Oh, congratulations!
So shout out to my, you know what I'm saying. But so I'm not. Ever since I see now, it's like, look, I ain't in no rush. My parents got married today. They was in their 40s, so I ain't in no rush.
Now, what about? Are you in a rush in having a kid?
No.
Do you want kids?
No. Do I want kids? Yeah. Do I want kids? I do want kids, but like, am I in a rush to have kids? No, not at all. Well, nah. Nah, I'm gonna make sure I'm married before I have kids. And if this lady's watching this, you was signing that prenup.
Amen.
And you signed that prenup. I'm sorry, you ain't taking half of mine.
No, I come from a household from 2 divorces, so I definitely get that. Yeah. I don't mean to put that business out there, but it's true. Yeah. So I believe in marriage too, man. And the thing is, which is so crazy, because I come in a household again from a divorced household. I only grew up in a single mother household because they divorced actually the papers were signed the day I was born.
Oh, that's nuts.
Yeah. So no, I grew up in chaos. I mean,
that's nuts.
Maybe one day I'll share with the podcast. I'll share it with you.
That's nuts.
Yeah. So but the thing is, even growing up in a single mother household, I had a very loving mother and grandmother. That's all I needed. Those just 2 strong women. And so with that being said, even though I didn't see love in a romantic way, I still believe in it. Absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to get married and have kids and have a beautiful family stuff.
Yeah. Just not in any rush for it.
Yeah, not at all.
And to be told, us being men, we don't have to rush the kids part.
Oh,
really.
for sure.
Yeah. But I mean, if our partner's around our same age, then yeah, we're gonna have to
Yeah,
be
you know what I'm
considerate.
saying?
And then you might have to have kids
Yeah.
earlier than you think you do. So
Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm financially stable if I have kids, though. I don't
Amen.
want to bring up one of my kids, well, either my kids, girl or boy, in here while I'm struggling, and they gotta live in a struggling lifestyle too. I don't want that for them.
So do you want a boy or girl first?
Sure, it don't even matter to me, honestly. I just want my baby to be healthy.
Mhm.
That's all I really care for. It don't matter. Both of
Amen.
them. Yeah. So.
Amen. And I don't know if it was me because I grew up in a household full of women, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I do want a daughter first, for sure.
I feel like I'm gonna have a daughter
actually,
first, though. I think I am gonna have a daughter first.
Because you know what they say.
Yeah.
No. You know who
I
be
know
having
exactly
a
what you
daughter.
finna say. Bro, I'm already knowing. I think I'm gonna have a daughter first.
Yeah.
But I'm open for it. Whatever
Right,
first.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah. And when you do have kids, that's what, before I even get to that question. So you're still on the grind to get in the NFL, right? Yeah. So, and I've known you for quite some time now, and I know you're an ambitious dude. You have dreams, and I've just seen what you posted on a story over these years. So I want to know, like, who do you do this for? Well, I'll say obviously I know for some part you're doing it for yourself, but at the same time I know you have a lot of people to make proud, don't you?
Oh, for sure. I got honestly, it's all for my family. Honestly, like especially my mother. I seen my mother go through some things that some kids had never seen their parents ever go through. So just like my mother always, if we didn't have it at the time, she was gonna find a way to make sure we had it though. So I'm not saying we were broke or anything, but like we did hit some like certain like tough situations where if I like have certain other kids, they can ask their parents for something, they can get it right there or whatever. Line and sometimes my mom didn't have it like that, So it'd be times. Like I know like pre-K for real. That's when I seen like some of the kids or some nicer stuff or whatever. And I would ask my mom for stuff like that. She's like, we don't got it right now, but like some way somehow she's gonna make it happen. Like sometimes, like I mean, even still now, she still make things happen. Some way somehow she still make things happen. So it's really my mother. It's just she probably don't even know, but I have seen my mother. Like as a kid, I have seen my mother cry before, and it's just certain things. Like when you see your parent cry, it's just like
it sucks.
It sucks. You don't never want to see that image ever again. So like that's pretty much. It's really my mother, my pops too, but like I think with me being with my mother 24/7, and stuff, just the bond I have with my mother, and it's just like it makes me feel some type of way, and I can put a smile on my mother's face.
Right.
Like I remember when I got to commit to school, like when I got to commit to my school.
Yeah.
I never see my mom so proud of me ever in my life, and that was probably like the best feeling I ever had. Like my mom didn't have to worry about putting money down to make sure I went to college.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I had it covered.
Yeah.
So my mother, for number one, for sure. My dad, for sure. It's because my dad made sure like my mom, I was my mom played key role. My dad too, because when he played football his freshman year of high school, and like he said he stopped playing because he had no support. Like everybody was around him, like his mom, my grandparents, and his brother and sister, whatever. Then he had no support system around him. So just for him just to be, I really feel like I lived out his dream. Really, I feel like if he had a support system, he would have kept on playing, whatever.
Right.
But so for him just to, have the support around me, just make sure I was always all right, like make sure he checked in on me or whatever, just do it for him. That was cool. Just make sure I do it for him too. My grandparents, for sure, because they always made sure I was good. I always needed, I was always well taken care of, because obviously that's one of the reasons why me, my mom, my sister moved in with them, because like we couldn't do it just us three no more. So we needed some help. So we moved in with my grandparents. They made sure I was situated ever since we moved in or whatever. So it's just really about the people around me, just to make them proud, because they always make sure I was good or whatever. So it's really just like trying to give back to them. Cause at one point it was certain times like didn't want to play no more. Like I know like high school when Coach Connor said he was done like he wasn't coming back or whatever. Cause I ain't gonna lie, before that freshman season, I told Mom I was like I don't want to play football for real. Just because like you gotta realize I never played at like a Duluth clustered team like rec league or anything. I never played for Duluth.
No, that's fair. We wanted you in 8th grade. We did.
Yeah. So like I always been in Lawrenceville. And that's how I got that's how I know all my homeboys in Lawrenceville.
Yeah.
So we were just used to winning or whatever. And then like my 8th grade year, that's when we kind of everybody split their own ways or whatever. And my 8th grade year, I had to end up at Red because my sister was already cheering there.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So then my mom was like, my mom had kind of asked that I want to go to Duluth High. I think the only reason why I went to Duluth High for real is because of the basketball aspect.
Yeah.
At one point. But that football, at first I did not want to play that. Connor had talked to me or whatever. Connor talked to me or with my mom, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Influenced somehow I ended up playing football or whatever. And like it was certain moments during the football season I did not want to play. I guess because I wasn't so used to losing as much we did in high school and stuff like that. But I mean, it was always light at the end of the tunnel. So obviously, I'm glad I went through all that just to get where I'm at now. So.
Yeah. And actually, that's one thing I was glad about when you finally did go to college. And not only did you have winning seasons, but you won the chip. Yeah. So I was happy for you in that aspect. But backtracking a little bit and who you do it for, man. I really love what you're doing. Yeah, and I just want you to know, I've only talked to your mom like a handful of times, maybe less. I've never met your dad. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure I could say this for them here, like no matter what, like if I'm not trying to put any curse words into your life, but let's just say hypothetically the league doesn't work out or the big dream doesn't work out. I promise you, they are more than proud of you. You already know they love you. Yeah. Like again, I promise you, they are proud of you. Yeah. From what I've seen.
I think I ain't gonna lie, cause when I tore my ACL, I really hit a hole. I ain't gonna say it was depression or anything. It was just like, it was moments like I was like thinking about life, like what's next. Like the dream is over with, whatever, whoop, stuff like that. My parents, my mom, my dad really called me, make sure like we're still proud. My mom my dad kind of shocked me. Not saying like, cause my dad's not very like a vocal person for real. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We do have like our heart moments or whatever. But like when I tore my ACL and he called me whatever. He told me he was still proud of me or whatever, stuff like that. That kind of like hit me for cause like usually, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna say I didn't hear it much from him, but like, I was at my lowest. I was probably at one of my lowest, at the lowest points of my life, and just to hear him say that to me at my lowest, it kind of like hit a nerve in me. Like, I made him proud. I knew I made my mom proud. My mom told me she proud of me every day if she could. Like, I probably hear from her all the time. You know what I'm saying? But to hear from my dad, really, just coming from a person that really not that vocal, really telling that, just for him to say, I'm proud of you, I always am proud of you, you know, I always love you, stuff like that. It kind of like struck a nerve in me and stuff like that. So it was just like, whatever happens after this, if football don't work out, as long as I know I made my parents proud, my family proud, and the people around me proud, that's all that matters. I can hang my hat on that.
And I want to let you know that, so this is how I look at it. The fact that you're still doing PT and you're still chasing after goal, you're actually paying it forward. Like, you know, I know you say your mom told you proud of you all the time. Your dad, you know, he called you while you're at your low and everything. And so just seeing you still go after it, that's how I think you're paying it forward. You're, like, again, you have a lot of kids that look up to you. And not only kids, I feel like your circle, the people that you got around you, they really look at you for motivation. And so just continue to keep fighting, man. I really respect it.
Appreciate it, bro.
And you said that your dad was with you on one of your lowest times in your life. And so, as a matter of fact, I've never been able to properly thank you because you did the same thing for me.
Yeah, man.
I don't think, if you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So, senior year, I mean, I was already going through like a lot of things, right? So, my thing is in high school, I remember one thing you always told me. You said, Sean, why you said this about girls, and you just said this about people. You said, Sean, why you didn't talk to nobody? You always said, you could be talking to so much more girls, and not only that, you're like, why don't you be like, you asked me why I don't be hanging with like certain folks.
Yeah.
And for me, I was always aware. I peeped shit. I always felt like,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
I always felt like the guys were gossiping more than the girls. And so for me,
it'd be like,
and so that was probably one of the biggest reasons why I didn't want to be around that, because like, look, if these people are talking that much, and they'll be talking about the people in the circle. And so I'm like, okay, one day I'm gonna join the circle. One day I leave. Who's to say they're not gonna start gossiping about me? Right. Because I want to talk to many people already. Once like all my boys that were in class of 17, they had went out to college and whatnot. I was already going through that. I'm like, man, like there's no one I really like. And I'm cool with everybody at school. Don't get me wrong, but there's no one like. It's different when you got your brothers with you. You know what I mean? So those people are gone. So I'm over here just like chit chatting, doing small talking every day. I didn't really feel like I had anyone to really kick it with like that. There might have been, but there was just so much stuff going in my head, and that time I kind of ignored that. And then my grandmother passed. And so that really struck a nerve in me. That was one of the craziest days of my life. And during that time, I learned a big life lesson. So, you know, in tough times, that's when you learn who your real friends are. So the people that I really considered to be part of my circle that time, they didn't even reach out to me. They didn't check on me. They even I don't even care if they didn't check on me. Like no one even like try to contact like my mom's or like ask my sister how she was doing. So that I really woke up in that moment. But the thing is, not to say me and you weren't ever close. I mean, we and you were never like the closest. We like, never hung out. Else was, but we and you always been cool. But you reached out to me. You checked up on me, like felt like almost every day for like the first month it happened. And you even went to games playing with my grandmother's initials on your wrist.
I know, man. I know that feeling losing a grandparent. Like, you know, I think the year, what is it? I lost my grandpa that same year. And like I was there. I was at the hospital. So when it happened. So I know the feeling when you lose a grandparent.
And so on top of losing that, so like I'm already here just focused like, how do I pick myself up and just try to be strong going through this? And how do I like, I don't know, how do I carry myself as a man? Because I already didn't have a father in my life. So I was already just trying to figure out how to control my emotions and everything. So, but you always checked up on me and I really appreciated that.
For sure,
so I wanted to always thank you for that. And that one of the biggest lessons I learned from that is to give people your flowers, their flowers while they're still here.
I appreciate it, bro.
And that being said, before I forget,
appreciate it, bro.
Hold on. Now, don't think this is some such shit.
My boy got full of gifts for me today.
No, but look, this. You already got your gift. This one for your mom, actually.
Appreciate it.
I want you to give this to your mom because to thank her for raising a young man like yourself, and to in a way thanking your pops too. But again, never met your pops, and
I appreciate it, brother. For sure, brother.
No, thank you. Sure. So please give that to mom when you get home. Yeah, so that was really important to me. I've been wanting to do that for years now because my mom don't know you. But my mom don't know you, but I told my moms about you, man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, because she was always asking about the dudes I had in my circle. But now I will always be like, no, they didn't check in. But this guy has. You probably seen him around the games and whatnot. So again, thank you. I've been waiting a lot of years for that shit, man.
I appreciate it, bro. I'll make sure I get that to my mom for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, you even gotta tell her it's from me. Tell her that's from you. What do you want your legacy to be?
Ooh. Just a person, you know what I'm saying? Person that people can say I was an example for, like a good example for, really. Because, I mean, that's the only way you can leave a legacy. Just make it, you don't want nobody, after your days is gone on this earth and you go to the next life or whatever, you don't want people to say anything bad about you. But people are going to say things bad about you anyway. But regardless. But as long that I know for sure when I leave this earth, I let a good example for people behind me to look up to or to follow my footsteps in a good way or on the right path or whatever, I can hang my hat on that. So if my legacy is, I just guess to be the standard, because I know I ain't gonna lie, when I found out I was having a brother and a sister or whatever, I just want to make sure, all right, I gotta make sure I'm a standard for them.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And then, I think I did a pretty good job. They always tell me they thankful for me or whatever, stuff like that. Then I had like kids. you know, you say you got, you know, like the kids that look up to you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They always say they want to be like me or whatever, but I always tell them, you're going to be better than me. I want you to be better than me.
Yeah.
Because I want my dad to tell me all the time, no, I want you to be better than me.
Yeah.
So, like, I know I did the things the right way, I can hang my hat on that. So I think my legacy was just do the things the right way, led the right path. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
and now you're doing it.
Yeah.
You're doing it for real. Yeah. Again, if I didn't believe that, I wouldn't be doing all this for you.
Appreciate it, brother.
So yeah, of course. That being said, again, I didn't want to fill your head too much in this episode. I never wanted to fill your head because do you remember what I told you when we were younger?
Right.
Back in freshman year. You remember?
I remember a little bit of it.
You remember? All right. So again, as much love as I got for you, I remember telling Will. I told him we had a class with each other. I told Will I didn't really want to be your friend at first.
Oh yeah, the painting class.
Yeah,
the painting class.
Yeah, Miss Caldwell's class.
Yeah.
And so I had told Will I didn't really want to be his friend, and he said at first, why? I said, well, for me, I felt like you had
everybody around me and stuff, bro.
I'm gonna say exactly what I said when we were kids. I said, I feel like you got too many dick riders around you already. and you started laughing, and then you said, all right, so what is this now? I said, you cool? I said, we cool? You're like,
No, bro.
But yeah.
That's all it usually be, though. High school, that's all it really was, though.
Yeah.
Because, like, right when I graduated or whatever, people that used to be around me all the time, you know what I'm saying? You don't hear from them, for real. So, I ain't hear from people that I ain't hear from high school until I won a championship. I was on sports center and stuff like that. So, that showed me, like, you feel me?
Yeah. So like the stereotype is true. Like people really do come back when they see you like making it big.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean I assume so, but the truth be told, I mean we only see what we see on like, social media.
Yeah, right.
And so I couldn't even, and because I see you like you're cool with everybody. Mm-hmm. So I would never even have imagined that. Like I always thought you did such a good job with keeping in touch with everybody. But okay, so Will Huzzie is human too. Huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. You've always been a superstar though. Yeah. Justice not. She was in our painting class too. Yeah. Yeah. I think I had said something on that level. And she was like, "Don't fill his head more."
See, Justice be throwing strays at me for nothing. I still love Justice though. Like I said though, Justice and Jada still like we still tight to this day.
Yeah. I mean that you gotta keep those people around that humble you. Yeah. So yeah, and they're good people.
They're probably the realest people in my group, really.
Yeah. I love that. Love that. So, all right, speaking of, all right, so people that you kept in touch with, right? Mm-hmm. So obviously you guys are still cool. Mm-hmm. We have another superstar that came from Duluth. I mean, Adam.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Adam Flagler.
Adam doing this thing, and you know what's so crazy, bro? Adam tore his. What did he do? He tore his ACL too, and some meniscus or something like that.
Something of that nature. Yeah.
I can't remember, but it was just ironic. And then he heard that I tore. Like me and Adam, we stay in contact all the time. Like our little group, our basketball group, we had me, him, Trey, CK, and DJ. We still talk almost every day. So when it happened, he told us or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He still had one thing about Adam though, bro, that I wish I could always be was positive. Mm-hmm. Something it could be the worst thing that happened, like that moment right there. You know what I'm saying? He could have hung it up, or whatever. He kept on going. He always seen a positive out of a negative, which I wish I had. Cause like I ain't gonna lie to you, when I see a negative, I'll be all right, bro. But Adam always stayed positive about everything. Then he found out I told them like what happened to mine, whatever. Yeah. He texted me separately. He's like, bro, I'm gonna show you how you can still bounce back from this, and you can still get to your dreams or whatever.
It looks like he's back right now.
Yeah, look at him. You know what I'm saying? Cause look, he knew I was ready. Like me and him had a conversation. He knew I was ready to hang it up. Like after I tore it, bro, I did have moments like, I still want to do this. Cause I was like in my head, like, bro, this is probably like a sign. Like God telling me like it's time to hang it up.
Right.
So I mean, I've been playing the football since 7?
Yeah.
It might be time to hang it up or whatever, but Adam said it. Adam was like, bro, I know you still got more than you. You know, everybody said that, but just seeing somebody else go through exactly what you
it hits different.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So just see him like where he did it. Cause like, bro, I seen Adam. When I went to go see him, I seen him in a wheelchair.
What? I can't, man. That's even a tough
You feel
picture.
me?
Because
he's in the gym. He was in the gym with a wheelchair, still shooting. So I was like, bro, he just don't know. He always gonna find the positive out of everything. He just don't know when to stop, bro. So when I see him go through all that and stuff, and then when I tore mine, I'm thinking like, bro, it might be raps.
Yeah.
But I'm remembering like the dude Adam's literally in the gym shooting around in a wheelchair. I'm like, bro.
So after seeing that, what did you do?
I was like, bro, this it can always be worse. You know what I'm saying? It can always be worse.
Absolutely.
I'm like, bro, I wasn't in a wheelchair. Adam's in a wheelchair.
Right.
So it's like it can always be worse. I was like, bro, if Adam can do all this and stuff like that, bounce back, I can definitely do it for sure. Look at Adam now.
And so what did you do? You sign up for like PT right after that, or you got in contact with
so
somebody?
what happened was I toured that Saturday. I didn't get X-rays till Monday. Got back the results, stuff like that. Then you actually got to do rehab, like pre-rehab before the surgery.
Yeah. Just
for like the swelling and stuff to go around, and then like so when you get out of surgery and stuff, the rehab won't be as bad.
Okay.
So I was still doing pre-rehab stuff leading up to my surgery. Surgery happened. I probably took like 2 days. I didn't do nothing for 2 days because like I had surgery on the 21st, and I think it was like literally either the next day or the day after that.
Yeah.
After that, I came back to the crib. I came home to Georgia for Thanksgiving. That weekend, I went back to Tennessee. I started rehabbing.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I probably only had my brace on for like 3 weeks, maybe.
Yeah.
After surgery, yeah.
3 weeks.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I bet those 3 weeks felt like forever though.
Bro, what? I hated them. Them 3 weeks was I hated it. Just walking around, you just wobbling everywhere and stuff. Just having a break, you can't bend your knee or whatever. I hated it.
I mean, I've torn my meniscus before, but I never got that injured.
Yeah.
But so now that you've gone through this and you've seen Adam go through it and he had some positive messages for you. I mean, do you have any advice for anyone that might be going through this right now?
It might look dark at the moment, you know what I'm saying? Because you not your lowest, but it's always light at the end of the tunnel. So
amen.
It's always a way out of. It's always a way to bounce back from anything, bro. Like I said earlier, though, it can always be worse, bro. It can always be worse. So
yeah, that's actually something I've always tried to do, like be an optimist. And that's been building over years. So now I can confidently say I'm an optimistic person.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's still January. I would say that should be a challenge for the rest of your year to just continue to try to be optimistic.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you still, I mean, it's beginning of the year. You still got so much time. You're still young, so we'll see what happens next for you. It's going to be good, man. I'm manifesting that.
Appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, of course.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. What is the message you want to send to the world right now? Or for anyone that's listening, people in your circle, people in your life, anything.
Keep it authentic. I think that's probably like the biggest thing I could give out to people. Just keep it real, keep it 100. Don't be two-faced. Don't try to put out an image that's not really you. You know what I'm saying? Like that goes back to the people saying about to try to make a
sob story.
So just keep it authentic, really, bro. Like I promise you, like I ain't gonna say. I mean, as you know, Duluth, you know what I'm saying, is in Gwinnett County, so it's just like it's a good place to live, whatever. But it is certain like people that try to. You know what I'm saying? I feel like certain people join certain crowds, whatever, just to be quote unquote the cool image, whatever. And then they get caught up in some stuff that's not really for them or whatever.
Right.
I just feel like just need to just be yourself, keep it authentic, whatever. So if it's one message I can give out, probably that one.
Be authentic.
Yeah, be authentic.
Love it, man. I love it. Hey, again, appreciate you having you on.
Appreciate it, bro. I'm glad I came. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm gonna have to get you in for part 2.
We can
sometime in the future. So
for sure.
Yeah, if you're down to come through, we're gonna do it.
Just let me know. I'll definitely come back through. I started jogging this week, and then I think next week I get to start running, whatever. I think after 2 months, I think it would like
I've been searching for some peace of mind. They can take everything but my peace of mind and my fucking pride, and that's the reason I stand here 10 toes down, middle finger in the air while I'm blowing the loud. Never gave a fuck then and I sure don't now, so suggest you motherfuckers move around so I can cool around with my niggas. Move around in my city, sun go down and get gritty. Sweet, sticky, thick and pretty. Been knowing she wanted to fuck me for a minute. You know if she throw it back, I gotta hit it. She know if she wanna smoke, ain't gotta spend it. Split up, oh yeah, we gon' roll up and go. We gon' stop to the crib and then roll up some more. Used to have dreams of me losing my life, feeling like I ain't never had nowhere to go. Now I shit dreams of me living in mansions and all of my niggas just racking up dough. Big Mac 11 and that 2+7, it came with a beam on that bitch and a scope. Bitch, I got one for your thoughts and a penny, the cost of your clown, and I know he gon' float. I got that fire in the back and I'm pounding with attacking these nigga that's thinking we let. Matter of fact, I got 2 little tools and they cool in the back. I'ma up it and shoot it like that. Don't make a move or I'll make that bitch booming and clapping all smooth as a black pouring 2 of the yak. And I'm practicing mastering crafts. I'm a jack fuck a trade. I get paid just to slay on these beats every day. And it's crazy, y'all niggas can hate but can't fly out the states and they thinking you fake as they watch what you making. You live but they can't, and you is what they gain and they can't stand it. Mama didn't know that the son was a bandit. Mama ain't know I was feeling abandoned. So many reasons why I shouldn't be breathing. I know I'm a demon, but lately I'm seeing the change of demeanor. Talking to me and I can't even see him. Pointing to me and she told me to lead him. Turn around and told me follow the leader. Now I got it, I'm ready to get it. A couple of villains just letting you know that this just the beginning. This is not pretending, this is my ascension to the top position. Better stop and listen, been the hottest spitting for a hollow minute. And I'm so conflicted, but I know I'm gifted. Over chauvinistic, trying to close the distance on the road to riches. But you know what this is? This is kamikaze, going super saiyan. Anything we playing till we get to spraying. Praying on these pussy niggas hating that I'm hotter than that